Modern commercial design is trapped in a tug-of-war. You want an expansive, premium floor plan that invites customers in, but you also have to carve out private zones within a strictly limited footprint. For decades, the industry default has been to chop up these spaces with physical barriers. We use heavy textile curtains for fitting rooms, snap-down plastic blinds for office privacy, and block out street-facing windows with massive, solid LED walls. These traditional methods come with heavy physical penalties. A curtain track eats into usable square footage. A closed blind traps natural light at the perimeter. And in a high-traffic environment, shared textiles represent an ongoing hygiene liability. It is easy to look at the low upfront cost of a fabric curtain and call it a day, but that ignores the operational drag of laundering those fabrics, replacing worn tracks, and the subtle damage to your brand's premium perception when a customer steps into a dusty fitting room. Relying on static textiles and solid screens might save capital on the initial build-out, but it severely limits how efficiently your space operates and how your brand is perceived in a highly competitive retail landscape. The architectural response to this spatial bottleneck is smart glass technology. This breaks down into two distinct tools: switchable PDLC films for on-demand privacy and transparent photonic displays, known as Nano AR, for digital messaging. PDLC is a switchable privacy material that replaces physical curtains or blinds. It operates by changing its molecular state under an electrical load, instantly frosting over to create a visual barrier on command. Nano AR approaches the glass from a different angle. It is a selective optical film applied to standard windows, allowing you to project high-definition digital screens directly onto your storefront without blotting the view of the interior behind it. The mechanics behind the PDLC film are straightforward. It relies on liquid crystal droplets suspended in a polymer matrix. Apply a low voltage and the crystals align, letting light pass through. Cut the power and they scatter, creating an opaque, frosted shield. While these materials solve the immediate problem of wasted space and blocked light, deploying active electrified glass introduces a completely different set of demanding rules for installation, daily operation, and strict maintenance protocols. If we look at this strictly from the perspective of optimizing retail square footage, the fitting room is the ultimate test case. A traditional curtain setup requires extra clearance just to function. Smart glass reclaims that footprint entirely. To operate, the PDLC pane relies on a dedicated AC controller. When activated, it sends a low-voltage electrical charge, drawing about 4 to 5 watts per square meter, through the glass matrix to hold the transparent state. The functional result is a millisecond switch to diffuse privacy. You eliminate the physical curtain tracks, the bulky bunching of fabric, and immediately widen the usable circulation space in your tightest corridors. That crisp architectural footprint sharply contrasts with the hidden drag of textiles. Curtains require a constant cycle of physical laundering and inevitably act as magnets for dust, making them a persistent hygiene risk. Upfitting a store with electrified glass carries a significantly higher initial hardware cost than hanging a fabric draped, but for operators prioritizing long-term value, that premium is justified by the absolute elimination of textile maintenance and the ability to monetize every reclaimed inch of the floor plan. Smart glass integrates directly into daily store operations as a functional tool. Staff manage guest privacy instantly using standard dry contact wall switches, mobile apps, or voice assistants. The operational trade-off for that seamless control is the installation requirement. You cannot just plug this in. It demands certified technicians to properly wire the dedicated drivers and relays into your existing building management or smart home ecosystem. This documentation from the manufacturer outlines an important secondary benefit. The laminated PDLC structure naturally blocks about 99% of harmful UV radiation, while also providing enhanced acoustic sound insulation compared to standard single-pane glass. And if a store loses power, you don't lose privacy. As this technical FAQ shows, standard PDLC is designed to default to its unpowered, opaque state, acting as an automatic failsafe. These integrated layers, acoustic dampening, UV protection, and default privacy, elevate smart glass from a simple aesthetic feature into a highly functional asset for environmental control and building security. Moving out to the street-facing windows, retailers run into another spatial conflict. Putting a traditional LED wall in the window display grabs attention, but it blocks natural light, creating a dark, enclosed space inside the showroom. Nano AR solves this by applying a selective optical photonic film directly to your existing window panes. This effectively converts standard glass into a high-definition advertising canvas. Here is how the optics work. An interior projector beams light onto the treated glass. The film captures and returns the image outward to the street audience, but allows ambient daylight to pass straight through, keeping the glass highly transparent from the inside looking out. The primary hardware trade-off for this system is the visual pipeline. To combat direct daytime sunlight, you must invest in high-lumen projectors, and they require highly strategic ceiling placement to ensure the hardware doesn't obstruct the sightlines you're trying to preserve. Nano AR allows retailers to monetize their street frontage with high-impact video marketing without turning their store interior into a dark, uninviting environment. Getting this technology into your space requires choosing between two distinct procurement paths: a peel-and-stick adhesive retrofit film or a factory-laminated smart glass pane. The self-adhesive retrofit film offers massive logistical speed. It allows you to convert your existing glass partitions in a matter of days, upgrading the privacy of a clinic or office without the downtime and dust of a full demolition. However, applying the film to the outside of existing glass leaves the edges exposed. If the perimeter seals are compromised, or if cleaning protocols are ignored, the sensitive electrical connections are highly vulnerable. This brings us to a strict operational mandate. As the manufacturer warns here, you absolutely cannot use standard ammonia sprays or wet squeegees on the edges. The glass must be cleaned with a dry or lightly dampened lint-free cloth. The long-term return on your smart glass investment hinges entirely on retraining your janitorial team. If they treat this engineered surface like a standard window pane, water will seep into the electrodes, short-circuit the system, and void your warranty. Electrified glass provides a measurable operational advantage for spaces that prioritize strict hygiene and maximum square footage, provided the maintenance protocols are respected. For existing floor plans needing immediate privacy, peel-and-stick PDLC is the correct path, bypassing demolition. If planning a new construction or remodel, factory laminated glass is the durable investment. And for exterior advertising, deploy the Nano AR photonic film. It is the ideal tool for automotive showrooms or luxury retailers who want high-impact video campaigns running at night, while preserving the deep, unobstructed sightlines into their premium interiors during open hours. By moving away from static textiles and solid walls, smart glass modernizes the commercial floor plan, transforming passive structural barriers into dynamic, hygienic, and marketing-ready assets.